Hey fam!
We are PlantedInSight and we're back to share our journey with you. As some of you may know, we manage a social media account formerly known as Vegan in Houston, originally created to shed some light on plant-based options in and around the city. But today we wanted to discuss the Houston food scene in detail. On this episode, we're going to talk about being vegan in Houston. Whoop, whoop. We're going to highlight some of the Houston spots and what to do around the city and let you guys know what's up. All right. So, what's it like to be vegan in Houston? Tell me about your work environment, your job. Like, what do they do?
I would say initially it was challenging when I was unaware of what options I had available to me. As far as the workplace, my company specifically doesn't have a cafeteria or anything on site, but when our management places orders, they ask me would I like a vegetarian or vegan option.
Wow.
Most of the time.
That's nice.
They do have something that I can have at whatever event we're having or hosting. So it's really thoughtful and kind. So that's made a lot of the meetings that we've had to have together a lot easier in regards to lunch that's being provided. Yeah.
Okay, so as far as your coworkers and things like that, or do they bring vegan lunches? Do you know anybody there that's vegan, or?
Most of the time, it's going to be the fruit tray or
for potlucks they bring.
Tray. Yeah,
that's
cool. Typically how they
view veganism.
Appease me, which at least it's the thought that
it
counts.
is the thought. My stomach doesn't agree that's the thought, but it is the thought.
It's something.
My job actually has a cafeteria inside of the building, and it's always kind of been diverse, but still not necessarily plant-based because they would use your typical ingredients. So through the years, I've been actually filling out those comment cards and trying to make change. Yeah, I'm pushing change, And actually, they've started, doing some of the things that were suggested. Yeah. The variety of drinks that they have is increased, and I asked them also to do budget meals. And so every day they have a budget meal. I'm really surprised. It must have been a popular request. I'm pretty sure they're not oh, she's giving us suggestions, catering to me. But it must have been a pretty popular thing. But they are starting to evolve a little bit. It's still not easy to eat in the cafeteria as a vegan. You have limited options.
That's true.
There's always salad. Sometimes now they have vegan soups though.
Yeah.
So that makes it really, really, easy.
It's when they throw those creams in there that makes it difficult.
Exactly. But they've started to gear towards vegetable soups. They have a way that you can call the chef and talk to the chef, and I've actually called the chef to ask him if they used chicken broth or veggie broth, and they actually used veggie broth.
Wow.
He was excited to answer the question too.
On-site cafe with chef on hand.
Right. Everybody can't do it like that. They're at corporate America. Right. Too bad I don't have this corporate money that they have. But hey, I'm in the environment. It's just close. It's just good to be around, where you want to be. Yeah. But anyway, we just had Super Bowl Sunday, and so let's talk about some of the stadiums and arenas and what they offer.
So for me, what I'm aware of, in most arenas, they don't have options for vegans.
Right.
You're better off eating before you go and trying to figure it out, but the most you're probably going to have available to you is popcorn, depending on whether or not they use real butter.
Correct.
Peanuts. Maybe they'll have another type of nut there. Pretzels, if they haven't buttered it. And all the drinks should be vegan for the most part.
You're pretty much gonna have some beer and some and some peanuts.
Yeah, I don't think there's really many places that even have a veggie burger option. They should change that. We should push for that.
I did hear though at the Minute Maid Park, they were the only arena stadium type facility that had veggie hot dogs, but it's located at one of the spots in that huge stadium, and when I went to the stadium I couldn't even find it, so and nor did I feel like walking the whole stadium for a veggie dog. So Yeah, it's pretty much, you have to prepare,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, for anything social, really, that's not specifically vegan,
Yeah.
you have to pre-plan.
In Houston, they just basically offer like what, hot dogs and nachos and
Staples.
the typical stadium
burgers,
food. Yeah.
and most of the time like chopped beef. Now you may get lucky and have a place who has like baked potatoes. You can just get the baked potato with nothing on it.
If you're just really hungry, if push comes to shove, just give me some French fries somewhere.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. As far as like socially, like clubs and bowling, pool halls.
Typically they have the same thing, but they most of the time will have a salad. But you got to be careful with the dressing. I always shoot for like a vinaigrette of some kind.
Yeah. Something without a creamy base, because usually if it's creamy, it's milk or eggs or something like that in it. And you can always ask them, most of the time they won't know.
Yeah.
And
then sorry, you're what?
That's when you use Google.
A vegan?
That's pretty much your best friend.
What does that even mean? I've definitely got that response several times.
Right.
Just puzzled, like, what? You don't eat meat. What do you eat?
How does that even work? Yeah. So basically, let's go to let's highlight the restaurants who actually do offer vegan options. There are some that are totally vegan. I have to say the most healthiest restaurant that I believe in Houston is that of Dr. Montgomery's Garden Kitchen. He is an actual cardiologist who treats those with heart disease and conditions or any kind of sicknesses and illnesses. And he has a kitchen that serves like raw food.
Yeah.
And that has to be the healthiest thing in Houston. I mean, seriously. It tastes so healthy.
Oh, yeah. It's raw. That's for sure.
Yeah. But they do have some raw options in Houston, which I found kind of surprising as well as good. Because there's Pat Greer, and she's been in business a while. She used to be all raw, but I think now she's starting to incorporate some, cooked foods or whatever. And there's also the Traveling Carrot. I believe that's Chef Renee. Okay. And I've seen so many reviews on her food. Like, she's all the way in Katy. So I'm really wanting to get there and, sample her food or whatever. But it's a distance. But I'm going to try to make it one day. I'm coming to see you, Chef. But some of the other ones that have really good mock meat is Kuan Yin.
Yes.
Some of the Asian restaurants really do a good job at the mock meats.
They're amazing at it.
Yeah. Kuan Yin has this chicken fried steak type, chicken fried chicken style meat, and it has gravy, comes with rice, and oh my goodness, like I really thought I was eating chicken fried chicken. I asked them several times, even though it says vegan on the door.
Are you sure?
Right. You didn't
Let's just make sure that because the shrimp dish I had the seafood soup, amazing. The noodles were so good. The spice was perfect. And then I got an actual seafood dish as well that had like mock shrimp in it. And oh my goodness.
I tried something like fish cakes or something.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Also, their egg rolls. Oh, the egg rolls. That's the way to my heart. And they are perfect.
Yeah,
Perfection.
They are really good. They have so many different meat. Like, I saw duck on the menu.
Yeah.
They have a lot of different varieties of meat at Kuan Yin.
So get exotic and try some different things.
Yeah, because I've never tried real duck, actual duck, so that would be a stretch for me to try it. I'll still try it. I'm down for trying things that, haven't moved in things before. But yeah, so there's another one, Pepper Tree. And I like Pepper Tree. Why? Because it's a buffet.
All you can eat for $12.99.
I don't know if that's the real price. But yeah, it's around about there, and it's really good. And on the weekends, they have sushi.
Yep.
Yeah, vegan
They're
sushi.
really good and very clean.
Mm-hmm.
I like that and appreciate that about restaurants that are intentional about their cleanliness. They're always making sure that there are hot options available. They switch out anything that's running out very quickly. Everything's fresh. They even want you to be modest about what you put on your plate. Like,
Right.
if you can't finish it, don't waste food. And I'm like, I'm here for that because I love food. You
They
know,
cook with
leave
filtered
enough for
water.
the rest of us.
Yeah. Sorry. They cook with filtered water.
Yeah.
And they don't ask you not to use the same plate when you
Yes.
go up to
Yes. Because
that's clean.
y'all that are going to the buffets and bring your plate back, that is nasty. Don't do that.
We don't want to spread germs. So they're mindful about that, and that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like, restaurants that actually care. Loving Hut is one of the original ones. I think it's a chain restaurant because there's Loving Huts in different areas around, the U.S. that I've heard of.
Yep. I enjoyed Loving Hut. Their egg rolls were great also, so I appreciate them for making sure that they taste very good. And
now this is the best mock shrimp. It's like a fried shrimp. It's a house special,
yes.
and it is the best mock shrimp I think I've ever had. I was sincerely confused whether or not, but they have also a barbecue vermicelli plate which has the golden egg rolls and everything on it, and some mock meat as well. With some kind of sauce that's supposed to be a barbecue sauce. It's not your traditional barbecue sauce, but it has that barbecue-ish flavor.
Right.
It's pretty good. So, yeah, that's Loving Hut. And then
Green Seed Vegan.
Yeah.
Shout out to Green Seed Vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are doing it and doing it well.
Yes, they are. They have raw options as well. Those Rawsome tacos or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like burgers and things that they wrap in collard greens.
That was the first collard green wrap I ever had, and I was nervous because the raw food bank, y'all go.
Right,
You raw foodist, you go.
Yeah.
But as for me in my house, I need some cooked food. But
collard greens,
collard
we're
green
kind
wrap
of used
was
to.
really good.
We're kind of used to collard greens being smothered and all of that, but the raw collard greens was an experience. Yeah, and it was good.
It was really good.
It was so good that I tried collard wrapping my own food at home.
Look at you. Gotta switch it up.
Yeah.
I also like their jackfruit sandwich. I'm not exactly sure what the name is, but it's a jackfruit.
I think it's Little Red.
Yeah, something like that. And it's got like this barbecue chopped beef vibe.
Right.
Obviously, it's jackfruit, not beef. But it's so good. And their dill fries, to die for.
Cauliflower nuggets.
Oh my goodness.
With that sauce. I don't know what's in that sauce. Maybe a little crack or something. But it is so good. And they also make brownies with like carrots and some other vegetables or something. It's magic. I don't know, that cacao powder and some veggies, and magic happens. The brownies, they're really good and really moist, and you can't tell that there are veggies in it at all.
Yes, and they have this fresh pressed juice that is really good.
Oh yeah, I love when they add spice to it.
Yes,
so
one of
good.
them I had ginger, mint, pineapple, kale, and something else, and it was perfect.
I like the beet variety, the beet juice. Yeah, they put a little spice in that too. It's really good. Their juices, they're really like kind of famous for their juices because they're really, really good. I think they make them in-house.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for that. But we can't. Okay, we've named all. We've named all of the good, healthy, wholesome foods. Now we gotta take a trip to that sweet tooth lane. Vegan donut and gelato. They are the closest thing to a Shipley's donut that I've had since going vegan.
Yes, and I miss Shipley's donut. Shipley's, I'm going to write you. I'm going to start writing you letters because I miss you. But for
vegan
the time
donut,
being,
y'all good. Y'all good with me.
The vegan donut and gelato house. I just added that to the name. Shout out to you because it is really good. And they also have those kolaches with jalapenos.
Jalapeno cheese kolaches, so good.
And it was amazing. The mock meat was amazing. I know that it's processed. We're not talking about health here. We're talking about snacks. So it was top notch.
Yeah, the donuts were really flaky. They also had like an apple fritter. It was so good. Donut holes, just like the real thing. And they also offered something that was kind of different. They had egg rolls and
fried rice.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And I had breakfast and lunch in one sitting. Do not judge me. Do not do it. I was hungry, okay? Food is my love language. It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
So those are the restaurants that are exclusively vegan. They do however, have vegetarian restaurants, which are pretty popular in Houston. There's Green Vegetarian Cuisine, which also has a sister location in San Antonio, and they are awesome.
Their brunch on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
The pancakes, amazing.
I never thought I'd have pancakes again until I had Green Vegetarian Cuisine.
And so filling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything that they offer on the menu is good.
Yeah, the tofu scramble. They had burritos. They had
nachos. Their nachos are
okay,
good.
so we're moving to lunch now.
Oh,
and they had burgers.
I didn't realize we were going in order.
They got falafel wraps.
Yes. I mean, they have the works. I like them because they have so many different options.
They just recently added a chicken quesadilla. Oh my God. It had cashew cheese, the chicken, mock meat, of course, and a buffalo sauce.
That
Green,
sounds good.
thank you. Thank you for that. I really appreciate you for that.
And let's not forget their infamous desserts.
Oh,
their cupcakes.
They are the dessert capital of Houston.
So moist, so flavorful. You are not missing a beat.
Give those to non-vegans, and I guarantee you they won't know the difference.
Yep, absolutely.
I've tried it. The next one. And this one, I think they do put crack in their food. And not for real. Like, don't hold us accountable for that. It was a joke. But seriously, because when I tried this restaurant, I continued to go there like every single day. I was addicted to Sunshines.
Oh, yes.
Addicted. I said, oh my God,
what are y'all doing?
What is going on?
Why can I not stop coming here?
Where have I been?
Where have you been all of my life?
You are my sunshine. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. We done.
They had you singing.
Yeah, seriously. Now, they know how to do raw.
Oh, yeah. The almond pate. I don't even know what that is. And it's amazing.
It's like a chicken salady, tuna fishy type thing, but it's made with almonds, peppers and onions and all that kind of stuff.
Amazing.
That they blend up. And it is so good.
It is called amazing.
They have bean threads. They
amazing.
have kale, like lemon kale, garlic kale, which has a little burn. And my God, you might want to take it easy on that. Ease into that. Don't get the garlic kale first unless you just
get the lemon kale first. It's light.
But the mixed kale is really good. It's a good balance between both of them. It has avocado and other things from a salad like cucumbers, mixed in with it. So that's good as well. She prefers lemon. I prefer mixed.
Yes. Regardless, the raw section is top notch.
Yeah, barbecue mushrooms, spinach salads, carrot salads. They have a lot of different varieties for their salads, the raw salads. So that's good. And they also have the famous nachos. However, we just discovered that the black bean nachos are not vegan. They are vegetarian because they use some patty, Morningstar, I think. But now they wrote on the menu what's not vegan, so that's good. I don't know, somebody brought it to the attention, but they wrote on the menu and it's clear what's not vegan on their menu. But they do have vegan nachos. They have the Beyond Burger. They have other wraps and things like that you can get. They're pretty good. And they also make a juice as well. They make juices in-house as well. They have their own brand.
Yeah. So you have lots of options at Sunshines, but you do need to be sure that if you're on the vegan diet, that the item is vegan.
Yeah.
You'll have to double check that.
Field of Greens is another restaurant that has raw options as well as vegetarian and specifically vegan options. One thing that I enjoyed were their pecan and sweet potato tamales. They were really interesting, but they were really good.
Yeah, I haven't visited there, so
yeah, they're more of a healthy.
Take your word for it.
They're more of a healthy type restaurant, and so they order. They have a lot of healthy options there. There's another Garden of Eden burger that's really popular as well at that restaurant. So, a couple of restaurants kind of cater to vegans. They're just regular restaurants that have, everyday items, but they cater to vegan, meaning they have a vegan and vegetarian heavy menu, maybe even a little section for that. Um, one of one of my favorites is Local Foods.
Oh yes, local foods.
Yeah, we talked to the
Local
chef,
foods.
and he really does vegan well.
Yes, indeed. I think he's like partially vegan or interested in transitioning to vegan. So he's very particular about the menu and how it tastes. I appreciate Local Foods for their consideration of their customers. They have excellent customer service. They want to get your feedback. The one time that we had like an off day with them on a soup, they apologized immediately, asked what could be different, even offered us the opportunity to come back and have a meal that was paid for. Customer service is huge for me, so I appreciated that. But also, they had like a little pop-up around our office, and they had two options. I got the burger, the quinoa burger, and you got something else.
Garden Sammy.
The Garden Sammy. That burger is amazing. The pretzel bread just brings it to life. And they have these chips that they make in the restaurant themselves, and oh my gosh, so good. But yeah,
the Garden Sammy has Brussels sprouts, and I absolutely love Brussels sprouts. Never thought about putting them on a sandwich or a burger, but it's so good. I also enjoy the taco salad from there. And one thing I also like about Local Foods is that they have a variety, and they try to do different things. They've even started a program where they do different items each day of the week. They have a featured vegan food item every single day, Monday through Friday. And they even switched the whole menu up and did something totally different for this season. So I'm interested to see what they do, in the future with that. Now, one restaurant that we frequented was True Food.
Oh yeah.
I believe that was created by Oprah.
Oh
but
wow.
But it's a nice restaurant. Like if you want to go and have a nice, comfortable environment, kind of upscale type.
It's definitely upscale. So get your coins, honey. Get your coins ready.
They have libations, and you can partake. You're gonna need those to fill up because
I really liked their hummus.
That is one of the best hummuses I've ever tasted in my life. Sorry for the excitement, but
it's really that good.
That was the truth. Like that hummus was the truth. True Food. Okay.
Yes.
They also had spaghetti squash. It actually comes with cheese, but they were able to substitute their almond ricotta. They make a ricotta out of almonds. Wow. Okay, they are skilled for that, and it was really good. They had charred cauliflower. They had that tempeh.
Oh yeah, their tempeh.
You remember it was really popular, like not from True Food, but it was really popular.
Yeah,
the TLT or whatever. And so they have their own version at True Food. They actually already had it before it became super popular, but it's really good there.
Yeah, I enjoyed that restaurant, and it's a nice environment. At least the one in the gallery is. It's a very, very nice, clean place, but it kind of gives you an ambiance too for like relaxation, like outside. It's kind of really earthy.
Yeah, I believe that's the only one in Houston, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a really nice place if you want to take someone
brunch. Yeah, it's cool.
And their menu changes with the seasons, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
And the pizza is very popular. I'm sorry, I have to mention the pizza with the almond ricotta. That's where it actually comes from. I have to mention that because it's a really unique pizza. I've never seen anything like it before. I've yet to try it, but I hear that it's good. I just have to get my nerves together, and I will definitely try it. A Movable Feast is like a one-stop shop.
Yeah. I love the environment there as well. They have all of your health food items. So if you have some shopping to do, you wanted to get some like loose leaf herbs, or you want to get some crushed herbs, or even if you're more holistic with like vitamins and you want to re-up on that, they have those items available. I think they have some like fresh pressed juices or some kind of
There
juices
was
there.
one juice that I used to get. It was a gingerade, Hawaiian gingerade. I think I was addicted to that. I wanted a whole case of them. They are so good, and especially like in the winter season, like when you start feeling like you want to get a cold, ginger is a good remedy for colds.
Right.
And that gingerade is something that I would always grab anytime I feel like the sniffles or anything coming on. So they were good for that. And they have tacos and a couple of other vegan options.
They have a vegan chili that is amazing. And they usually have that on the menu every day.
Right. They have hummus as well. And a few more items. I know they have a really healthy bowl and a quinoa patty that's kind of exclusive to them. I've never seen it anywhere else. So they do have some really good options as well as regular, options for other people. So they're a good stop to shop.
Yep. And Tarka Indian?
Yeah.
I like them.
They really just like turned me on to Indian food. They were so good. It's almost like they're not fast food, but it kind of reminds me of like a Chipotle.
Yeah.
Because it has that
vibe.
Yeah.
I enjoyed their samosas. That was the first time I tried samosas, was from their restaurant.
Oh, really?
And they were really good. And then curry. I got curry from there. And they season it very well. I enjoyed that. And they have a vegan vegetable soup. I can't recall the name of it, but it is really good.
I think I had chana masala. I don't know if that's the name of it, but it's chickpea, like smothered chickpeas. The French fries are really good because they have some special
of course,
seasoning.
French fries.
Yeah, and then they have like a vegan roti, I believe. It's like the bread, the real thin bread that they don't use anything in. So that was really good. And a few more dishes from there, but they have a lot of options.
Yeah, it's a good starting place. Yep. And the infamous Damasis.
Yeah, Damasis is a Mediterranean buffet, and they are delicious.
Yep. I really like their falafel. Their spicy hummus. They have these little bread strips that have season on them.
Oh, that's heavily seasoned. They're so good.
I don't know what kind of herbs and spices they put on that bread.
It tastes like all the herbs and all the spices.
But it is so good. And it is a great addition to hummus if you try it.
The spicy hummus. But my favorite is that green lentil soup. Oh my God. It's so good.
I don't know what they did to it, but they did it well.
Right.
Because it is so good.
They do list the ingredients of, what's in their dishes, and I like that as well. And then there's this salad option, right?
Yes, cucumber, tomato, but it has like dill and some other spices in it. It is so good. I know you would think, oh, it's just cucumber, tomato, salad, but no. The way that they prepare it is so good.
She's a little biased because she
I love
tomatoes and cucumbers.
That is like I am super basic with salad. I do not like a lot of extra stuff in my salad.
But it is good. She's right. It's good.
This salad is so good.
There's another one, another Mediterranean restaurant, Fatty's. I like Fatty's because they have all the food right there out in the open, and you can choose what it is that you want. They also list the ingredients.
Yep, and they say that it's vegan. They have little signs that say vegan, and that is very helpful.
I thought you was like, they say that it's vegan, but we don't know.
No, they actually have the little V on it that has, distinguish which ones are vegan, and I appreciate that.
They have good falafel as well.
They do.
And spicy hummus.
And their cauliflower is good. I was concerned because I'm not really big on just like, I don't know if it's baked or steamed or what, but
seems like it's pan fried.
Yeah, something. I was a little nervous because I don't really like cauliflower like that, but it was really tasty. Yeah. And all the cooked vegetables that they have on the line are really good.
They had green beans or something that was really, really good.
Their rice is really good.
It's like a vermicelli rice, I believe. Yeah. As far as pizza goes,
Bum,
first
bum,
of all,
bum.
let me go ahead and tell you about Blaze because I don't think you've been to Blaze.
I have not.
Blaze is blazing. No, seriously.
You their spokesperson?
Yeah,
now?
like seriously.
Making a
Pay
commercial.
me, LeBron. Yeah.
Run me my check.
Yeah, Blaze is really good. They have good options, but they have vegan cheese. And for a while, I was like anti-diet cheese, Daya, whatever you want to call it. I was anti that. And so their vegan cheese is not that. And so I was very excited about that.
What do they use? You know?
No.
Okay.
Thanks
Just
for
wondering.
asking me and calling me out.
Okay.
But no, I don't know.
Just wondering. Just wanted to know.
Yeah.
People wanted to know.
Blaze makes we're going to use an in-house. They use it in-house.
All right.
They make
Blaze
their own.
got their own thing.
They got their own thing
Okay.
going on. It's probably
Go Blaze.
It's probably part of your heart, child.
Probably so delicious.
It is so delicious. So yummy. And they got a whole lot of toppings. They are similar to Mod, where, you know, they fire grill it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What about Mod? Do you like? Did
Mod?
you like Mod?
Mod is cool. It's different. I kind of like my crust a little bit thicker, to be honest. But overall, it's a good pizza, you know? It's not one where it's like I'm running to go over there, but it's good. And it's nice to have an option. It's nice that they carry dairy-free cheese. Their environment is nice. Obviously, I'm an ambiance person, everyone. So I like the restaurant, how it looks, and how the food tastes. But I enjoyed Mod overall. And they have good salads too. Their vegetables are very fresh.
I prefer the salad at Mod. They actually have a salad pizza where you can get the pizza crust with whatever you want on it, and then they put the salad on top of the pizza.
That.
Yeah, that's usually what I choose. But they're pretty good. Pink's Pizza is good as well. They're a really famous joint. And they use a vegan cheese option. So, you know, you can get whatever veggies you want, which is the same for most, you know, pizza places with vegan cheese. Or even if it's not, because I've gotten to the point where I don't actually need cheese on a pizza. I know it sounds weird, but, you know, if you get enough veggies and if the veggies are fresh and add a little sauce or whatever to it, it's pretty good on its own. But I'm grateful for, you know, those that do offer
the dairy-free cheese. Yes, please don't stop just because some people don't want cheese.
You know we're editing that out.
Yes.
Anyway. Then there's Mellow Mushroom.
I love Mellow Mushroom. It is my favorite place to get pizza. I feel like they are very accommodating. One, because every time I've gone, my server has been very informative. Like, they know what vegan means and are asking other options, other alternatives. They double check everything. They're very, very persistent, and I appreciate that. And their vegetable pizza is really good, and their cheese is great. And I also like the calzone.
The calzone is my favorite as well. They have really good salads. They do offer vegan cheese. They recently switched from diet to follow your heart, and you could taste the difference in the.
They have thick crust. My favorite salad there is their Greek salad, and I get the herb vinaigrette with no cheese, and it is amazing.
Yeah, and there's also a restaurant called Pepperoni's. They have a few locations around. They offer vegan cheese as well, and you know, of course, you can get the veggies. But I've heard that it's really, really good. I'm going to try it in the very near future. But one thing that I did appreciate about them is that they recently changed their formula for the vegan cheese. They reached out to Daya and worked with them to change the formula for their cheese, and I've received testimonies from the kind community of PlantedInSight that confirmed that it is good to go. So,
nice.
Yeah, I will be trying them in the near future, and I'll let you guys know, how that went. We're thankful for all of those exclusively focused vegan restaurants, but there are also some who have, vegan options on the menu, and their vegan options are good. They may be limited, but they're really, really good, and they're noteworthy. When I first went vegan, like, I frequented Yard House regularly because it was a place where my carnivore friends could eat as well as myself and have vegan options that wasn't a salad.
Right. Or sides.
Thank you, Yard House, for your Guardian menu. We thank you.
Yes. Thank you for including us. It is much appreciated.
We appreciate you guys, yes, so much. Even though they have a great salad. But they have an exclusive Guardian menu, and we're grateful for that. And if you want to drink and take your friends and you guys can all enjoy it, that would be one of the places you want to go to. But there's also a place that has my favorite burger in Houston. I'm sorry, all you other burger joints. My apologies. But Hop Dottie Impossible Burger is amazing.
Amazing. Y'all hear the emphasis? That serious. Is that serious?
Yeah, it's really, really good. And of course they have a make it vegan option on there, so please make it vegan if you're vegan. But it's really good. They season the patty well. They offer fresh veggies and a bun. I'm not sure what kind of bun it is, but it has like seeds in it, so it's really good. And you can add toppings like avocado, jalapeno. The French fries are good.
Yes, and what I appreciate about their French fries is that they are like shoestring almost. They're not quite as thin, but I enjoy like the smaller fry. Yes, I'm very specific about that. And they season them well, and it goes perfectly. It's perfectly coupled with the burger.
Right.
It's amazing.
Now, one of the first restaurants that was a chain that offered the Beyond Burger was Fridays, TGI Fridays. They do offer the Beyond Burger. They have like Brussels sprouts. What else do they have?
Salads.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
That's about it.
Your options at TGI Fridays. But thank you for having the Beyond Burger. We appreciate that.
Shout out to you for being one step ahead. You have an option.
Right. Thank you for the option.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but when it's cold outside, I like warm, soupy type.
When it's cold outside.
I like warm, soupy type meals.
Yeah.
And one of my spots is Jinya.
Jinya Ramen. They are amazing. I know I keep saying amazing, but when you have good food options as a vegan, it is much appreciated, and it gives me this sense of excitement that I cannot explain. So I like being able to go to a restaurant and say, like, I would like to have the spicy vegan ramen. I have a choice on the menu. I'm not having to create something. Okay, yeah, hold the cheese on that. Put this on there. Take this off. Their ramen is really good.
Spicy vegan ramen, man, it's so good. I think that's one of my favorites. I love their Brussels sprouts. I don't know what they do to those Brussels sprouts, but they're yummy. They have a long list of veggies that you can add, so your ramen is kind of customizable.
Yes.
Because they have a lot of additions that you can just add. Some of us more than others.
Oh, is there a little shade there? I like a hefty ramen, okay? I want to be full when I leave there.
They also allow you to get a refill on noodles, which is something that's very unique,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What about for Mexican food? What's your joint?
Well, Ninfa's is new to the scene, but they came in strong. They came with a vegan menu. They use Beyond Crumbles, and they have enchiladas, or tacos, what else? Burrito, man.
Nachos. They have the works.
We're excited about you guys.
Yeah. Shout out to Ninfa's.
It was really good, though. I mean, it was really good. For this to be, and it's only one specific Ninfa's, unfortunately, it's the Memorial location.
Yeah.
And they're the only one with the vegan menu that use, Beyond. Everywhere else, you're going to have to substitute, put some beans somewhere where they aren't supposed to be, where they aren't supposed to be.
Yeah. Guadalajara
Oh, really, really good. Yeah, they have a whole vegetarian menu. But I still order something that's not even on the menu. Um, but the thing is that when you learn how to veganize it, you can just customize stuff. You can ask questions and see what comes with what. Make sure that in Mexican restaurants, you're on the kind of lookout for lard, which is animal based, and that they don't put meat like in their beans or use chicken broth with their rice. You know, if their server doesn't know, then the chef should know.
Right.
So if you can customize it or veganize it, then you have yourself a pretty extensive list, and sometimes you can come up with stuff that they haven't even thought of. Yeah.
Yep. And Lupe Tortilla.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they have a vegetarian menu also.
They do. And their fajitas are really good. Fresh veggies. Really good. But speaking of customizable, and I know I'm kind of leaping here, because we're talking about socially accommodating places where you could take your friends and family. But shout out to Taco Bell. I know they're like, girl, you tripping.
Deal with you in Taco Bell.
Listen, I know y'all thinking I'm tripping, but Taco Bell is the most customizable fast food joint in Houston. Like, seriously. You can substitute beans for anything, and on some of the dishes, like, it's really, really good. And it's just not beans. Like, you can have potatoes, they have some other things that you can customize, but they come ready. If you download the Taco Bell app, it says, do you want to change this for beans, and they have a little vegetarian menu. So they have a lot of options. Those cinnamon twists, those little things, those are vegan.
I was so happy I didn't have to give those up.
Right.
Even though it's not something that you have all the time, it's nice to have the option.
Right. So, yeah, those are really good. And I'm appreciative to them for that. Some of the other, I guess, fast food joints, Chipotle.
Yeah.
That's always really good. They have sofritas. Now that's vegan.
Yep.
It's like tofu.
It's tofu.
That they cut up, real small. And it was actually the first time that I enjoyed tofu, like when I first went plant-based. It was my first time, trying it. And the way that they seasoned it and everything, it was really, really good.
Is on point.
Yeah.
Yes, shout out to Chipotle for having an option.
That was really good, Chipotle. And even if you don't get sofritas, like the beans, the rice, everything should be okay for you to eat.
Yes.
As well as Freebirds. Freebirds is my favorite Chipotle style, restaurant.
We're gonna let you make it. We're gonna let you make it for that.
Yeah, so I love Freebirds. Everything there is vegan except, of course, the meat and like the ranch. But all of their, toppings and things like that, they're vegan. So I appreciate them. And they recently got Beyond Meat. They mixed theirs with potatoes. And it stretches, to try to stretch out the Beyond Meat because it's pretty expensive. So, they have that option. And even if you don't get that option, it's really, really good without it. Because before they even had the Beyond, that's what I was doing.
Yeah. And also, if you're going to Chipotle and you don't get sofritas, I always get both beans because it's more filling that way, and then you can add the grilled veggies onto it as well. So.
Right. Freebirds has that option as well. And there's another restaurant called Uberitos, and it's just the same as like Chipotle and Freebirds. It has the same line, the rice, the beans, the veggies, and there's another spot.
Okay.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the one in the tunnel? Burritos.
So it's all basically the same thing. You just would order whatever option they have available for vegetarian.
It's totally customizable. But all 4 of those restaurants are totally customizable, and they all offer pretty much the same thing, but they all taste totally different.
So some other like semi-upscale spots, I would say, would be Snooze is kind of a little bit.
Yeah, Snooze is a really nice restaurant where you can go for breakfast, brunch type thing. They offer different flavors and varieties of mimosas. I'm sorry, I had to shout that out first. I had to acknowledge the mimosas. They have chorizo, like a vegan chorizo, and they incorporate that into some of their dishes, tacos, and like a sandwich. I got a sandwich on a pretzel bun, and they have a few more options there.
Yeah.
The pancakes and waffles and none of that is vegan.
Unfortunately.
But if you want to go to a breakfast, brunch type thing, they have tofu, things like that. So they have tofu and they have chorizo, and that combination can give you breakfast.
But my favorite, if you're gonna go upscale and like really drop a dime, and I mean it's gonna be a nice investment into your stomach, is Hugo's.
Hugo's is really
Their
nice.
tacos are really good. The environment is upscale, and it is, I think, a great place to go. It's a great place to take like someone for their first experience, maybe. If like you're trying to find something more upscale, I think it would be a good first place.
Yeah, it's really good.
So food trucks.
My favorite. Sorry. Scratch that. One very popular food truck is Houston Sauce Co. They offer everything from fried cauliflower wings to Impossible Burgers to the Bruce Leroy combination that they just came out with. They have a huge variety of things, and every time they have a menu for the week, it's different.
Yeah.
They hardly ever have the same menu, twice within a week. They offer boudin balls like they're one of their signature items. So good.
And they have seasonally a gumbo that is really, really, really tasty.
Yeah, that's one of the first things I think that they came out with was that gumbo.
Yep, and it's so good. Corny Vibes, I've never been.
Corny Vibes is a Mexican theme to it. They have like tacos and nachos, tamales, empanadas and things like that. They're really new on the scene, but they came out swinging. They're really, really good. So proud of them. As well as Vigos. Vigos, Veegos. I might not be pronouncing it right, so I wanted to spell it. They are new to the scene as well, and they offer like the same thing, kind of like tacos and pozzoles and things like that, and they're really good as well. And they've been doing a bang up job. They hit the scene hard, and that's the group that started with the free tasting.
Okay.
Where they had the event where everybody could come and taste their food, and then they went from there, and they got a lot of positive reviews. And so they've been doing events. And now, currently, they're in Bon Appetit on Westheimer. And so they're there Monday through Friday. And they serve their food in that location. I think it's temporary. So, yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
One of the most famous bakeries.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Sinful Bakery. I think that was my first, exposure into the vegan scene, because I tried their cinnamon roll and I was like, this could actually be a thing. I think I could be vegan.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel like I was missing anything. And that was my first concern, because regardless, vegan or not, I'm a foodie. And so that was my biggest thing. If I'm going to be vegan, are there going to be things that taste good?
Right.
And their cinnamon roll is mind-blowing. I couldn't believe how fluffy it was, how rich it was, how flavorful. Side by side, I mean, I would pick it out, in competition with a cinnamon roll that may be in a wrap or whatever.
Yeah, it was lacking nothing. It really was a really good cinnamon roll. I knew people who were not plant-based at all that enjoyed Sinful Bakery's, items. They had cookies, they have the everything bar, and recently they've been really exploring their kolaches and, the different types of variety that they have. For the holidays, they have catering. I've even bought a huge pan of cornbread, and they have mashed potatoes and different things. They've really been trying to branch out from just the bakery and dessert type scene to, different things. I know for the Veg Fest, they even had this burger where they were using kolaches as the buns.
Wow.
Yeah, like mac and cheese kolaches.
Man, I know that was good because
huge.
their dough for that kolache
It's
is
really good.
top notch.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah, we have different cookie companies as well. Delicious Cookies is one. I believe I tried theirs. I think I posted about them. They were really good. And there's a couple of other sweet treats here in Houston. If you follow Planted in Houston, we have those.
PlantedInSight.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
Planted in Houston. That's what I wanted the name to be originally, y'all. So I keep saying it.
Hey,
If you follow PlantedInSight, you will be able to find those.
And Crave has a vegan cupcake.
They have a vegan cupcake.
Red velvet.
Thank you,
and
Crave.
we're appreciating the options.
Was it good?
It was excellent.
All right, thanks, Crave.
I appreciate it. Oh, and we forgot Elevation Burger. Fast food.
Oh, yeah,
Just
Elevation
plug for
Burger.
Elevation because it really is good and it's a drive-through. So
that's one of the places where you can get a vegan burger late at night in a drive-through. And like, you've been delivered from the drive-through, since you've been plant-based and you're on a healthy journey. But every now and again, late at night, you have some event and you just need something to eat, that's not just junk, like a whole bunch of fries, And so Elevation has like an in-house burger that they made with veggies and it's not a mock meat. It's actually a veggie burger, but you can't really tell. It's really good. Their fries, they fry them in olive oil, I believe. And you pretty much want to eat those fresh. But Elevation Burger, yeah.
Yep. So events and farmers markets.
Yeah, Houston is known for having like farmers markets and things like that where they showcase local vendors and farmers, and they come together and have this event like weekly. Most of the time, the ones that I see are on Saturday, but they have these weekly where you can come and you can shop from local sources. There's the East End, I think that's on Westheimer. There's the Urban Harvest. There's Rice University. I believe Memorial has one, but there are a few. You should look into those and support local businesses.
I really appreciate like the small farms that are just trying to, provide healthy fruits and vegetables for us. I appreciate their effort. And I like supporting small businesses, so I think we should invest in them because they're investing in us. It's, items that we can get that we know, at least from what they tell us, that they aren't using harmful pesticides and things. So, and it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
than
that's
going
true.
to the grocery store.
That's true.
So,
recently there's a program called Imperfect Produce. They've just started to offer Houston their service, and so farmers and supermarkets have this deal, major farmers or whatever, and there's like a certain guideline, and the produce has to be a certain way in order for them to allow it into the supermarkets. If it doesn't meet these specific guidelines, then it's tossed to the side, and previously it was wasted. In walks Imperfect Produce. And so now they're trying to decrease the amount of waste that we have. They're trying to decrease the amount of waste that we have. So they're selling this imperfect produce at a smaller price. And you can join their program. They have like, weekly delivery every 2 weeks or whatnot for a smaller fee than you would pay like in a grocery store. And they let you pick out the items that you want. Wow. They also have organic options. So that's a new program here in Houston. Well, it's not here in Houston, but they've rolled it out to Houston. And they do deliveries like on a weekly basis or whatever you choose. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. There are other farmer share trade programs and co-ops in Houston as well. You can check those out online. I know for sure there's one that's a Central City Co-op, and then they have Planet Forward where you can join it similarly to, Imperfect Produce, you can join their program, and they have like a weekly share where they'll provide that food on a weekly, monthly basis, whichever you choose, for a smaller fee than you would in grocery stores. Houston also has some really good caterers and vendors that
Yes.
don't have brick and mortars or
Yeah.
and don't have food trucks.
That's true.
Wisdom Bakery is one. I'm not sure if they're still in existence, but Houston Sauce Code does some events.
Some vendoring, yeah.
Yeah. Sphinx is a vendor. You know, they do different events around town. Recently, they were at the City Hall Market on a weekly basis. It was on Wednesdays. I'm not sure if they're still doing that, but they have really good food. What are those? Tortas?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time I was introduced to that bread that I realized that it was vegan. The bread that they use for tortas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And they have a lot of events around Houston. They just recently held a Black and Gold event, which was awesome. The food was amazing. They partner with other vegan food restaurants, other small businesses, which is really, really cool. I like that they partner with people and invite the community out. They're doing an amazing job. I know they're going to go far. Shout out to Sphinx. I really like them.
Yeah, they really support the community. And then also in Houston, one of the major non-profit organizations in Houston that does events, even has a festival every year, is VSOP. That is the
Vegan Society of Peace.
Thank you, Vegan Society of Peace, for all that you do. We appreciate all your efforts. We love the Veg Fest, and they have like monthly meetups where they do bring your own dish. What's that called?
Yeah,
potlucks.
Bring your own dish.
Yeah,
I like it.
And so yeah, they have a lot of movements and
they have
events.
A lot of events and informational like presentations as well.
They do informative sessions and things like that. They're really trying to educate the community and bring them together. So,
which is really cool too.
Right. And then of course you have your Houston vegan pages and bloggers that are around Houston that are trying to make a difference and shedding light and making veganism known and making plant-based popular. And we just appreciate everybody for everything that they've done, you know, and who've worked with us and helped us, you know, on our journey to plant some insight.
Yes, and we know that Houston is on its way. Eyes are opening. They're putting their ear to the ground. They're listening to what we want. So I can see a lot of restaurants in the very near future having vegan options, and I'm excited about it. Just having these options available here just shows you how the ball is getting rolling, and these restaurants are popping up every week. Right,
because Houston really didn't have too big of a scene. It's like now within this past year,
2018,
there are vendors everywhere, like just popping up. So many new vendors coming and, you know, trying to do that thing where they, you know, get into the community and spread knowledge and offer new plant-based options. And we're grateful for everybody who tries, and that's really why we tried to start this whole thing, was just to help people who are trying to go plant-based, because they didn't feel like there were any options because there weren't many vegan restaurants.
Right.
So we just wanted to shine a light on the options that are in Houston, you know, to help out. But some of the new things that are going on in Houston, what do you think?
Some of the new things.
All right. Well, for the news segment, we have a new HEB in the Heights area. We just recently did like a small, you know, impromptu, free commercial for HEB. It really wasn't for HEB. We just did it for the community, the plant-based community. But they did have like a vegan section and a whole lot of vegan options and plant-based food in this new HEB.
Yeah,
and
a whole vegan aisle.
Yeah,
so
it's in the Heights area. There's also one on the south side, and They offer a lot as well. A lot of the bigger HEBs and the newer HEBs are providing a lot of plant-based options. I'm starting to see more and more options in those HEBs.
Yes.
So, is that it?
Yes, I think we've wrapped it up.
All right, so
this has been another great segment with Planted Insight. And always remember, wisdom is applying knowledge and pursuing insight. See you next time.
And now a word from our sponsors.